Hello, my name is Fahad Qureshi, and I'm a sales director here at Maginatics. Today, I'll be giving you a brief overview of the Maginatics cloud storage platform. So let's jump right into it. What are the storage needs of the evolving enterprise CIO? In our interactions with our customers and prospects, we've identified four main ones. One, management and operations. And what do we mean by this? Is the ability to consolidate data at the same time make the life of your IT administrators less complex. Simpler administration, simpler management. Two is data management. There's this rapid growth of unstructured data in the enterprise today. How do you find the right technologies to manage this growth at a fraction of the cost? Three is accessibility, adoption of BYOD in the enterprise, consumerization of IT, providing secure access to your users' data wherever, whenever. And four, lower TCO. I'll read right off the slide, the ability to do more with less. So there's this massive transition between traditional monolithic data center architectures and software-defined cloud-backed architectures. Nowhere is this more challenging than in the realm of storage. On the screen here, you have a before and after screenshot. Please note that on the left-hand side, this not only applies to traditional enterprise storage solutions like NAS, but also emerging technologies like gateway solutions because they're both monolithic, they're both static. They don't scale very well. They offer poor performance at the edge. They don't offer any native mobility capabilities. On the right-hand side, though, is the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform, which is built from the ground up. It's optimized for the cloud, and it provides secure and efficient access to your data right at the edge. This is a block diagram of the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform ecosystem, and at the bottom is the object storage layer. Today we support 14 public and private object stores. Please note that you, the end customer, bring the object storage to the table. Maginatics brings a cloud storage platform that overlays the object store of your choice to extend you those cloud NAS-like capabilities. So who are our customers? Any enterprise that wants to move CIFS and NFS workloads and their associated data to the cloud, and or any enterprise that wants to centralize their data while enabling existing workloads in offices, projects, among teams, for individuals. How do people deploy us? What are our core use cases? On the top left is Elastic NAS to migrate CIFS and NFS applications to the cloud. On the top right is NAS consolidation for the distributed enterprise, consolidating data to one, maybe two object stores, but keeping the workloads at the endpoints. There's three foundational components to the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform. We've already talked about one of them, and that's the object store. A second component is a MagFS server. This is a software-only solution that resides in the enterprise IT data center. This is the brains of the operation. This is where the orchestration takes place. This is where the metadata lives. And what do I mean by that? Encryption keys and the location of the data. This is also where we integrate with identity management solutions like Active Directory for authentication. So when a Maginatics endpoint, which is our third foundational component, wants to pull a file down from the object store, its first communication is with the MagFS server on that metadata channel that you see on the top. Once authenticated and the location of the data is determined, that information is communicated back to the Maginatics endpoint on the same metadata channel, and then on a separate channel, the data channel, the Maginatics endpoint communicates with the object store and pulls down that file. Nothing ever traverses through the MagFS server. We will never be the bottleneck. There's two channels of communication going on here, and this is what we refer to as our split plane architecture. So how do we store files in the cloud? We break files down into chunks. Each chunk is individually encrypted with its own AES 256 key. Each key is independent from the other, and we encrypt both in flight and at rest. So if a single chunk for any reason is exposed, very little part of the file is compromised. So let's talk about a very simple real-world user workflow. I'm a user and I write a file to the object store. A second user pulls down that file, makes their changes, and writes their changes back to the object store. Now the Maginatics endpoint, whenever I write a file to the object store or read a file from the object store, it caches that data on my local device. So in this case, it knows that I already have a majority of the chunks. Let's just say, for example, this particular file is comprised of 100 chunks and I have 96 of them cached on my device. So now I'm going to only go pull down the remainder or the delta, in this case, what we call the 4 unique chunks. It's this logic that gives our users a feeling that the data is closer to them than it really is. It's what we call perception of locality because we provide secure and efficient access to that data at distance. And what we've done here is taken all the intelligence that resides today on gateway appliances and push that to our endpoints. So our endpoints do all the WAN optimization, inline deduplication, compression, prefetching, multi-layer adaptive caching, compounded operations. So in summary, three components to the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform. That's the object store, the MagFS server, and the Maginatics endpoints. What are the benefits of the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform? I'm going to start with scale and elasticity. Earlier in the presentation, I talked about the rapid growth of unstructured data in the enterprise today. We believe object storage is the answer to that problem. In fact, we built specifically for object storage. Object stores are known for scale and elasticity, but the challenge has always been pairing it with a front end that was equally scalable and equally elastic, and that's the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform. Improve productivity. I've said it on almost every slide, providing secure and efficient access to your user's data right at the edge. We do not disrupt your user's workflow. We offer a CIFS and NFS-like experience. In fact, we adhere to the same NTFS file locking semantics that your users are accustomed to, with the added benefit of collaboration. Simplified operations, making the life of the IT administrator less complex, offering simpler administration and simpler management. Data protection is a broad subject. The object store vendors address this via data durability, either through erasure coding or replication. And the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform addresses data protection with features like one-click DR, high availability, user-visible snapshots, and fine-grained encryption. And finally, lower total cost of ownership. Maginatics is a software-only solution. We're not a service, we're not an appliance. We don't charge by the number of instances you deploy or the number of endpoints that you support. It's simply about the amount of data that you manage through our system. It's this pricing methodology that gives our customers the ability to do more with less. With that, I'd like to thank you for listening into this brief overview of the Maginatics Cloud Storage Platform. For the latest white papers and materials, please visit www.maginatics.com/resources.